141.2 miles today over here to Old Forge, New York, Adirondacks. It is Tuesday, September 13th, and we are here at the Christy Motel. I don't know if you can see the sign out there or not, or read it anyhow. But yeah, that's where we are, and you can tell the parking lot is wet. We've had a decent amount of rain today, but it really hasn't been that bad. Not compared to riding last week over there in Maine. But definitely got plenty wet, and good ride though. Just getting some beautiful country. These Adirondacks, as I have said probably a few times now, are amazing. And this ride over here today, yeah, it was great. And the amount of lakes that we went by. I was telling this guy that's staying a couple doors down from me here about the amount of water. You know, in Minnesota, of course, you know, land of 10,000 lakes, I believe is their license plate. And, you know, again, there was a lot of water over there. But today, it seemed like all day we were going by these big old lakes, big old beautiful lakes. So it was really impressive. Let me turn it around here. All right, just hair's wet. I'm all showered up. That feels good. First one in, you know, I guess about a week since staying at the No View Inn. But so let's see what else. You know, something I did want to mention. Talked about the bobsled portion of the Olympics over there at Lake Placid. I couldn't think of what it was called. It's that's Mount Van Hovenberg, which probably some of you Olympic folks would know that. But anyhow, yeah, that's what it was. Mount Van Hovenberg. And then wanted to mention yesterday before we rode up Mount Whiteface. The young man that sold me the ticket there at the bottom. We got talking bikes. He has a 900 GS, I believe is what it is. And so we talked bikes actually there for a few minutes before we rode on. And nice young man. Unfortunately, you know, like often, you know, too often I didn't get his name. But we talked for a bit, and actually I had my GoPro on, so a lot of that was all filmed actually. But anyhow, it was good to meet you, bro, and good talking to you, man, and good riding. So yeah, he was again, he's really loving that GS, and I'm sure that like 900. It was either an 8 or 900. I'm pretty sure it's a 900. But that's a good size for one. We were talking about how big the 1200s are, and they are ginormous. But I think his would be probably ideal. Just like Franco met the other day on the 900 Triumph Tiger. That looks like, you know, really like a perfect size, I think. So let's see what else. Something else I wanted to, last night when I was doing that the journal there by the water, there was something that had just slipped my mind that I couldn't think of, and I thought about it after the fact, as I normally do. I was going to tell y'all yesterday morning I stopped at this like abandoned gas station. I pulled over and I did something really goofy. Well, I guess I do a lot of goofy stuff, but this was really goofy, and thankfully the first time I've done this on the entire trip, or since I started riding last year. Y'all know, of course, I have laid Zeke down many times, but this time was for the silliest reason. I went and put the kickstand down, and I guess I didn't make sure it was all the way down. It spring loaded, of course, and I didn't completely seat it, and so when I pushed it down and let go of it, thinking it was down, it came back up. Not knowing that, I started to lean Zeke, and he just kept going. I couldn't stop him. So it was a light lay down. I just kind of laid him down, but then I had to pull everything off of him and then get him upright again so we can get back on the road. So that was pretty goofy. And as I've said before, I'm going to try to be open and tell you guys everything. I could have kept that to myself, but again, all part of the adventure. And as always, thankfully, he and I were all right. Because I just stepped off of him and just laid him down gently. So yeah, that, and I'm going to say that's it. It's nice to have a room tonight, again, especially on a rainy day, and rainy evening like this. It's not raining, I don't think, at the moment, but of course everything is wet, and it has rained really hard since we got here this afternoon. You know, there's been times when it hasn't rained, but a little while ago I looked out the window and it was absolutely pouring. And we got here today, I think around 2 o'clock, something like that. Um, so I do believe, God willing, we are heading for Virginia tomorrow, Shenandoah's. Not going to make it there tomorrow. It is still like, I don't know, 450 miles, something like that. So, you know, God willing, we'll go 200, somewhere in there, and split it up into 2 days. But I am certainly looking forward to heading south to the great Shenandoah Valley and Shenandoah National Park. But same token, it's nice to be up here right now, still in the Adirondacks. So I'm going to shut it down and just enjoy the evening. So God bless y'all, and thanks for watching, and good night.